What is up? It's me, Mr. Mingoni, once again, your art teacher, and we got another cool lesson for you today. We're going to build off of what we did last week a little bit and kind of push it to the next level. If you remember last week, we were drawing some shapes, turning them into different things. That's a good thing to be learning and doing. So let's take a look at our learning targets here. I'll make myself really tiny. Okay. Learning targets. We're going to create animals or other pictures using shapes. Alright, so it's like what you did last week, but we're just building on it and being a little more intentional about it, meaning doing it a little more on purpose rather than just doing silly shapes. So, this is a really good way to learn how to draw anything you want. Alright, so when an artist is drawing something, you'll usually see them sketching out little shapes first. Like I can't tell you enough. Anytime I'm trying to draw something new, whether it's a car or a Pokemon or a person, I'm thinking about what the shapes are. Okay, so this picture here is a great example. They have this flamingo, right? And they drew these lines around it to pick out the shapes. Like we have an oval. Like if you look at the flamingo, you'd be like, I don't know how to draw a flamingo. What the heck? But if you are able to pick out the shapes, like an oval for the body, triangle for the tail, these two rectangles for the legs, two rectangles for the neck and the head and the beak, you kind of break it down like that into simple shapes, just like right here. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you draw pretty much anything. So we're gonna practice doing that today. Your drawings can be simple, like this bear and this bird, just simple shapes, or you can get more complex with it if you want, like the flamingo. The point of today is just to practice. All right, don't feel like it has to be a finished, perfected artwork or anything like that. It's kind of a practice. But if you really do this and do this practice, I promise you, your drawing skill is gonna go through the roof. You're gonna be able to draw like anything you want. This is the path to being able to do that. It takes time, it takes practice, but you'll get it. Okay. So I'm gonna aim my camera down here so that you can see what I am drawing. Whoops, sorry about that. And then I got it. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you can see what I'm drawing now. Let's see if we can get a little more light on this drawing. That's probably better. Maybe too much. Okay. So, you can see what I'm drawing here. And like I said before, we're creating animals or other pictures by using shapes. If you want to look up something on Google, you know, like you want to look up a picture of an animal, that's totally fine, right? Nothing wrong with that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a Pikachu. I know it says animals, but you can do something, it says animals or other pictures, so you can do something a little different if you want. For Pikachu, I'm sketching the basic shapes, okay? So sketching means you're drawing really lightly with your pencil. You can barely see that, and if it looks a little, like this circle looks a little lumpy over here, I just kind of draw a little bit more to make it look the way I want. Looks like I went a little too far here. So you're seeing I'm like erasing and adjusting things till I get it how I want. And then Pikachu's body has like this kind of shape. Pikachu's like two basic shapes like that. And then the ears, big long triangles. Alright? Okay. Arms are kind of this shape. Feet, same kind of shape. So some basic shapes, right? Each one of these things is a shape. And that's how we're putting our pictures together. If I was going to do like a bird, there's a million ways you could do it. But let's think of how I would like to do a bird. I'm going to do like a half circle shape like this for the bird's body. I'm going to do a circle for the head. I'm going to do triangle for the beak. And then just whatever that shape is for the feet. And then maybe another like triangle for the tail. You see that? And I'll do one more as an example. How about a person? Let's just do a person. The person is made of shapes too. Start with the oval kind of for the body. And the legs, our legs bend, right? So I will do like two shapes. You see how we have like knees here? Two shapes. Shape for the foot. Two shapes for the arm. See that? Oval. That's just basic ovals. And then the head. Right? That's the basic shapes of a human body. So now that I've gotten these, I can actually go in and decorate it and make it official. So I'm just going to use a darker, like a black pencil for now, but you can use whatever you want. So I'm going to like draw around the outside. And I know Pikachu has like little fingers, so you can start adding the details, right? I don't have to draw, like I didn't draw this whole circle. I don't have to draw this part because it's connected, right? I'm just drawing around. Here we go. And then up on the ears like that. Okay. So that's a pretty good Pikachu so far. I'm going to even erase these lines because those sketch lines, those were just to help me get to this point. I don't need them anymore, right? Now I've got that Pikachu shape. So somebody might have thought that I just drew this all freehand, but I kind of cheated and used the shapes. It's not really cheating. I just say that because it's an easier way to do it. And then my bird, I'm tracing around, right? I'm not doing each shape, but I'm just going around it to show me that's my bird, right? And then I might add more details later. So you get the idea. I'm going to put this back up here so that you can see. I'm going to make myself pretty small for this one so that you can see all these pictures. But like, you know, you can make a mouse with just these, a triangle and two circles, right? You can make a bear with just a square and a circle and a triangle. A butterfly. You can copy some of those for practice. I would also say try some new things of your own. You can look up a picture of an animal and try to do shapes like we did here, okay? So it's just practicing. So go for it. I'm going to turn my mic off and give us some work time and put on some nice music so that we can focus. And I'm going to work on my drawings too. What I'm going to be doing is adding the details. Like I'm going to add Pikachu's eyes and nose. I might even color it. I'm going to add like a wing on the bird and stuff like that. I'll add a shirt to my person. So that's what I'll be doing. So let's do some work. In about 10 minutes or so we can take a break. But yeah, let's go. What I'm doing on my picture now, just to show you, this isn't something that you need to do, but I'm drawing these blue lines. Okay, let's see if we can make that a little bigger. I'm drawing these blue lines so that you can see my original shapes, so you can see where I put the shapes. Alright, that's just to help you. You don't need to redraw your shapes like I'm doing. Alright. So friends, if you need to take a break or something, that's fine. You know, you can go get a glass of water, or do a little dance or stretch or whatever you got to do. So you can do a little break if you want to and then come back to your art. I'll show you what I did here. I've got my little guy, my Pikachu, and my bird. And you saw how I did each one from shapes. And then as I color it and develop it, you know, you don't see those shapes anymore. You just see the picture. So that's what I did. We're going to do a little more art making, and then I'll wrap up the video. But just because the video's over does not mean that you have to be done. I want you to get some good practice with these shapes. Maybe do at least 3 or more animals. And feel like you got a little bit better at it. And then it's probably time to move on. Or you could just keep drawing all day if you've got the time. Alright. Well, I'm going to wrap up our video lesson for now. But like I said, that doesn't mean that you have to be done. You can keep drawing until you feel like you've had enough practice. That's up to you. I would say draw as much as you can, right? So I hope that you keep making some art. And when you're making art this week, use... Sorry, my lights are a little funny here. When you're making art this week, think about what we did here. Think about how you were using shapes to make pictures and how you can apply that to the art you like to make. Maybe you like to draw cars. Think about what different shapes make different cars. Maybe you like to draw Pokemon, right? We saw how to do that. You can use this and apply it to drawing just about anything. So think about that as you're making some more art, all right? And I'll see you next week. You're doing great. If you're struggling with this a little bit, don't worry. This is practice. We're all at different points, and you just the most important thing is to have fun with it and enjoy it. And if you enjoy making your art, then it doesn't feel like so much work, and then you can actually do the practice and get better and better. So just have fun, love your art, love yourself, keep doing it. Bye bye.